How about you, coconut? Uh-oh. Where did that go? Okay. All right. How about you, coconut? What is going on? Ha! Ha! Where the hell are these things going? What in the hell? Well, I am Damien Darko. You are watching Band-Aid Tactical, and I just missed or malfunctioned 6 shots with this thing right out of the starting gate. Look at that. The new 6-needler with its upgraded valve. Now, I've heard that there might be some accuracy issues with the upgraded valve, but I have not seen anything quite like this. We missed every single one of those shots. I'm gonna load some more up. What the absolute hell is happening?
12 seconds later.
All right, we're gonna try that again. Finally. There we go. Jesus. Now that's what we were expecting. Sheesh. Well, anyway, as I was pointing out before, I am Damien Darko, and you are watching Band-Aid Tactical, where it's not illegal if you don't get caught. As some of you may have noticed, I have upgraded, aka replaced, the valve in the 6-needler here. Now, we have all been warned by GoGun themselves that this valve upgrade could entail a decrease in accuracy, and I'm also going to add to that possibly reliability, as there are sometimes trigger reset problems. But I went ahead and did it anyway, and it seems that they knew what they were talking about. I don't know what was going on with that first round I tried to put into that coconut. We finally got there, but that was not performing the same way it was before. Now, I wanted to get some of you some chronograph tests, but it is a disgusting, dreary day out, so that's not going to happen. I'm not going to get anything reliable, but what we are going to get, in honor of the late, great Paul Harrell, we are going to have a meat target of sorts. I don't have anything behind it, but we're going to see if we can puncture through those ribs with what we're supposed to be getting about maybe 10 joules of power right now, 10 to 11 joules. See if we can get through those ribs into the meaty interiors, and perhaps more importantly, we're going to be doing some close range and then longer range accuracy to see if this thing has any ability to stay on target beyond 10 feet. Because personally, I didn't think that the 6-needler in its stock configuration was going to be anything to write home about as far as accuracy is concerned, and I certainly don't think that this upgrade is going to be all that helpful in remedying this problem. Now, when I am done with this video, this is a part 2. I'm going to give you a final Tales of the Tape along with my, I guess, final verdict on whether or not you should bother upgrading the valve. What I just saw was not very promising, but let's see if the power upgrades actually do give us anything to write home about. Let's start off with our friend, Peppa Pig. I'm Peppa Pig. Whew. All right, Peppa is ready for action. Quick side note, I have been recessing, or at least pushing in further, the 6-needler dart, so I have not had that issue, which a lot of you have noticed, where the dart deforms, and then the one next to it, it stops the rotation. If you just push them in a little further, that doesn't happen, so at least that's one problem taken care of. I'm going to gas this thing up. I have a new 12-gram CO2 in there, and I'm going to be pretty close, because I really want to see what the maximum damage on this meat and bone target is going to be, and after that, we're going to back up to a distance and see if we can get any shots on target with any semblance of reliability. All right, Peppa, I'm going to stay level so that I'm not hitting it at a weird angle. And I think I will shoot double action. And that is all 6. Whew. I was originally trying to figure out how we're going to mount this thing, and oh, yep, it has gone through the target into the tree. It is pinned to this tree. Whew. In case there was any doubt, and I don't think there would be, considering what the 6-needler's been able to do at a lower power level. It is in there. I wonder if it's actually broken through any of those ribs. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is in there. Holy crap. I'm going to remove all these plastic pieces because I could use them later, as well as these stabilizers. Quick side note, I'm going to be doing a future video about using the cold steel darts that have more of a broad head on them. Not much, but a little bit. And I think that they could be modified using some of the pieces available with their 6-needler darts. So I'm saving the plastic components because they are actually useful. And we're just going to slide that bad boy right off. All right. Yep, straight through. This is a nasty, disgusting piece of meat. It's been sitting in a freezer for quite a long time. I'm still gonna at least try to get a look at it. Most of the blood is settled towards the bottom. It's hard to tell if it actually hit any of the ribs or if it simply slipped. Oh, wait, yeah, it did. Yup, it's a small wound track, but yes, it did go through actual bone. It's not, I'm not going to be able to get it on camera. I'll see if I can. Hold on a minute. These wound tracks are so tiny, they're almost impossible to see. But yeah, look what it still did here to the tree. Yeah. I am not even going to leave that for the animals. I'm taking that bag with me. All right, let's try the long range test. Okay, so this is not the best work I've ever done. I'm really having to improvise today. I'm busy this week and working on a wrestling show in Massachusetts. Got to see if Yusef Odinson's going to upload any of that footage. I am going to get the camera relatively close, but I'm probably going to be standing, oh, what's a good distance here? We don't really expect a ton from the 6-needler. Let me get back about, I want to say 20 or so feet. Definitely not long range, but I think about as long range as we could really expect. We do this before the rain starts. Hope I don't hit the damn camera. All right, gonna rattle off 6 shots if I can do it. Hopefully this stays put. All right, single action. Okay. So keeping in mind this wasn't a super fresh CO2, well, So I was holding right about here with these very chonky, we have to point that out, very chonky front sights. I painted these ones neon orange, but as people have pointed out, these are extremely wide for a front sight. And they're really, I think, meant to be picked up quickly and not necessarily give you pinpoint accuracy. And that really plays into what we're seeing here. Whew. Because every one of those shots, well, some of them might have missed completely. So this one, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of them are accounted for. And the other 2, I guess, just missed 100%. They're all low from where I was shooting. I was 20 feet away. I did use 6 shots before. I didn't replace the CO2 again, but I mean, this is supposed to only be 10 joules. It's not like a Pastel X68 where, you know, within 6 or 7 shots it's used up that whole 12 gram. It's not pushing that kind of power. So there's definitely plenty left in that 12 gram, especially if you take some shots, some time in between shooting again. And yeah, there's really no accuracy to speak of at 20 feet. I'm pretty certain I could do better with, oh, I don't know. Hey, I might have one in the car, actually. Should I do an impromptu? Let me hit it with something else and see if we get better results. It's already up here. Be right back. Well, tactical aficionados, I just so happen to have the Beeman BP50 sitting in the old glove compartment. So I loaded up 6 rounds of, was it 2.8 gram steel rubber composite. I normally use this as a chemical launcher, but we're going to do the same accuracy test we just did with the 6 needler from the same distance. And of course, I have the same number of rounds in here. This is not really designed to be one of your super accurate, less lethal pew-pews. It probably has what I want to say is like a 3.5-inch barrel, which isn't even metal, it's plastic. You know, something I've been looking to remedy, actually. So I'm going to get back to the same distance, take 6 shots on this target. Hopefully it doesn't ricochet and destroy my camera. Let's find out. We are starting to get some rain, so I'm going to have to be fast with this one. Because I am feeling pretty unwell all of a sudden. But let's take a look here at our impacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is a bit over that away. So one of those was kind of off. That was me. But look where the rest of these things grouped. If I'm being honest, this over here was the first shot. And what I think happened is that there was already a pepper round in that barrel that got pushed out in front of the kinetic round and probably popped in my face or not too far away from it. So the fact that this one is off to the side is because it was interfered with. Look at what these other ones did from a 3.5-inch barrel, smooth bore, pretty standard, less lethal pew at the exact same distance. Also keep in mind that this is really, I think, a perfect platform for chemical, whereas you might want to get a little more accuracy with something like these. Again, I think even with the 6 needler, you're going to be just kind of rattling off them at center mass. But if you're asking about how the accuracy is at 20 feet for the 6 needler, not great. Definitely outdone by the Beeman, even though it probably had a little bit of a malfunction there, which was induced by me for the rest of these. Certainly not any kind of accuracy to write home about, but for just rattling off 6 rounds, at 20 feet, the 6 needler was dropping big time, and only 4 of them actually managed to hit the wood at all. The wood that is backing this target here. Whereas even with the malfunction, this one is at least still on target. I don't know about that one, tactical aficionados.